So this is one of the last things we're going to go through for the main PPC section. We've gone through a ton of different stuff. I hope it's going to be able to keep you guys busy. Now you know how to iterate. Now you know how to check your search term report. You know how to find it. You know how to interpret the results, right? You know how to look at your ACOS. Compare that to your profit margin, right, to decide which keywords are worth, potentially pursuing longer, which keywords are worth, increasing bids for. If you're making conversions at a super low ACOS, you know that sorting by clicks is how you can determine what you want to put into your title from a keyword perspective, right? You know that the search term report is an absolutely vital part of iteratively increasing your sales, increasing your profits, and just very much so making your Amazon business better, right? And so one of the last things that I want to talk about quickly is a cool little feature that Amazon recently added called Bid Plus, right? And so the performance by placement report for PPC is what we're going to talk about right now. So basically what this means is it gives you a report based on Bid Plus. Bid Plus is a program that basically increases your default bids by 50% or more to give you the #1 top, front and center ad placement for customers, right? So this is the first ad that they see, right? And usually people click on the first ad that they see if you're advertising for very specific keywords, right? So this is the final iteration in the step. Once you created a mature set of campaigns, you know which ones are converting, right? You have 50 clicks, you have a 20% conversion rate, you have a ton of sales, and your ACOS is 20%, right? So you know that that's a very good seasoned keyword that you've proven over and over again is profitable for you, right? So once you have a set of those keywords related to your product, then Bid Plus is kind of the final step. And so what this is, guys, is you create a phrase or exact match campaign, you turn on Bid Plus, right? And then you're going to pay a slightly higher bid price, but you also are going to receive the top, coveted best placement, which for me personally has increased my conversions over 3 times, right? So if you're making 3 times more conversions per click, paying 50% more per bid mathematically makes a lot of sense, right? And so we're gonna take a quick look at how this works, right? So you know pretty much that if you have a 20% ACOS and you're selling 10 products a day, kind of what else can you do to continue to iterate, to continue to further make that keyword campaign productive, right? So eventually, not for months and months, but eventually you've kind of exhausted most of your options at expanding your keywords, right? There's only so many words that are buyer-centrically related to humidors or to garlic presses, right? Eventually you can't just write like couch, dragon, or like completely unrelated things, right? It has to be within the realm that a buyer could interpret that in a way that would lead to a sale, right? And so an interesting way, right, to kind of go to the next step and finalize that is with Bid Plus, right? So you increase your bid prices, you increase your budget, but once you kind of reach that point where you're not really seeing any more progress as far as your campaigns, and don't underestimate this, right? Because it takes months, 6 months, even a year or more to kind of reach that level of maturity, right? There's always something you can do to play around with experiments, run different low bid keyword campaigns, find exact match customer terms, use them in new seed campaigns, run phrase match, compare that to broad match, compare that to exact match, play around with Amazon marketing services, with headline ads, with product display ads for complementary related products, right? But the last thing kind of in my mind is Bid Plus, right? So let's see what Amazon defines Bid Plus as. Bid Plus is a sponsored products feature that increases the opportunity for your ads to show in the top of search results. When Bid Plus is turned on, Amazon will increase the default bid for your ads that are eligible to appear in this placement, right? Your bids can increase by up to 50%, right? So you're not going to pay, 100%, 200% more, up to 50% more than your default bid, right? So if your bid is 50 cents, then it'll raise to 75 cents because 25 is obviously 50% of 50, right? And so to turn on Bid Plus, right, there's tons of instructions here, so I'm not going to explain that. It's available in your campaign settings, right? But the cool thing about Bid Plus is that you can come into your reports, right, and go to advertising reports, right? This is where you get your search term report, the most important part of PPC. Everybody should be running these. And something to note also is that Amazon only stores your search term reports for up to 60 days, right? So everyone right now, pause the video, take out your phone, get on Google Calendar, and set yourself an alarm every 60 days to download your search term report and then label them and store them in a folder, right? You'll love yourself for doing it. You'll have a ton of data, right, related to holidays, right? You can sort by specific times of year for holidays, for Q4, and you can orchestrate and organize your campaigns based on those chronological events in a way that really gives you a step up on the competition that's just kind of letting their PPC run, never iterating, never updating, and never optimizing, right? So head into your reports, advertising reports, and then performance by placement. So this is one of the new accounts that I'm doing consulting for, so we don't actually have this report, but basically what the performance by placement report does is it shows you it basically shows you what the results of your bid plus campaigns are, right? So if you, and it does it in a very simple way, right? So if you're increasing your conversions by more than the addition in your bid price costs you, then it's obviously worth it, right? So if you're making $10 profit per sale and you're bidding 25 cents more per click and you're converting, 1 out of every 10, right? So you're spending $2.50 to make $10. So it's a $7.50 profit. I think you guys understand it, right? It's a little bit complicated, but really at the end, it's just simple math. Obviously, if you guys have any questions about this, reach out to me in the student group. I'm more than happy to help each and every one of you. But this is kind of the cool little way to figure out, kind of once you've gotten to that maturity stage to really take things to the next level and even further so increase your campaigns and earn yourself more profit.